stories of such inspiring leaders are abundant. In fact, there is no way we could share about all those who have stepped up to lead others during such dark times. Words are not enough to mention about what they have done to take care of their employees, kept the business going, ensured innovative ways for future resiliency, and made sure the people around them are safe and healthy. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for now to come together and ensure that we shine that kind of spotlight on this galaxy of eminent, inspiring CEOs that are going to be recognized for their sustained brilliance. So as I move forward and start announcing the names of these inspiring people, I want you all to come together and also applaud at the comfort of your homes, of course, but put that shining smile and let's applaud for these amazing set of leaders who know the way, go the way, and show the way. So on that note, let the felicitations begin as I firstly announce the first inspiring CEO for the evening. Let's hear it for Abhimanyu Munjal, Joint Managing Director and CEO, Hero FinCorp. A huge round of applause, please. Well, this is an evening that's all about inspiration. So coming up next, let's hear it for Ajay Harinath Singh, Chairman, Darwin Group, a man who believes entrepreneurship and philanthropy go hand in hand. Let's hear it for Ajay Harinath Singh.
It is an honor to be associated with the Economic Times CEO Conclave. I am Ajay Harinath Singh, Chairman and Managing Director of Darwin Group of Companies. First of all, I must thank the organizer, ETH, for felicitating me at this prestigious event. Honors and awards coming from a reputed media platform not only inspire and encourage me, but all my dedicated team of leaders and employees who have made our group a leading business group from India. In the past 2 decades, we have made rapid progress in different high-growth sectors like finance, banking, infrastructure, IT, healthcare, automobile, electronics, refineries, to name of a few. As of today, with a network of $6.4 billion, we are operating through 25 associate companies in 11 countries. Recently, we have forayed into another high-growth sector, retail, expanding our operations. Coming from a glorious lineage of Lava, son of Lord Rama, nation building is my passion. From this passion, we developed core values of the group, that is nation building through wealth creation. Our core value is also aligned with Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local. The group understands the needs of the country, hence employment and income generation for the people is one of our top goals. We have combined all these components with innovative business models, and that is our main growth driver. Being a debt-free and rapidly growing group, joint ventures, international partnerships and collaborations come to us with ease. I once again express my sincere gratitude towards the organizers for felicitating me. This honor means a lot to me and my team. I am sure that this will lead us to a higher stage of advancement in terms of the growth of the company, thereby contributing to the well-being of society and boosting the Indian economy. Thank you very much.
Well, let's march ahead and let's have a huge round of applause as we hear it for Alok Aggarwal, CEO and Managing Director, Brookfield Properties.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that everyone here and their families are keeping themselves safe during these testing times. I am Alok Aggarwal, Managing Director and CEO for Brookfield Properties India. At the onset, I would like to thank Economic Times for felicitating me as one of the most inspiring CEOs of year 2021. I am humbled and honored as well to receive this recognition. In a short span of 6 years, Brookfield Properties has grown its portfolio from 8 million square feet to 45 million square feet, and we have presence in major gateway cities of India. Today, over 4 lakh people operate out of our campuses, and that makes us one of the largest office space owner in the country. At Brookfield Properties, we raise the bar for real estate wherever we go. In the last few years, we have brought to life the potential of what a workplace can be. With best-in-class services, amenities, and safety protocols. We not just provide a workspace, but an experience in itself. We create workplaces that are welcoming, exciting, and comfortable. We have lowered our environmental impact with our sustainability first approach. I am once again thankful to the organizers for recognizing Brookfield Properties and me with this honor.
Well, moving on, let's keep that spotlight on and let's hear it for our next inspiring CEO. Let's hear it for Amit Genda, Chief Executive Officer, Avance Financial Services.
Good evening, everyone. I am Amit Genda, Chief Executive Officer at Avance Financial Services. In this VUCA world and pandemic-led unprecedented situation, we all had to take a differentiated approach in order to continue to deliver across our commitments to the stakeholders and ecosystem at large. I take this opportunity to thank ETH for recognizing these efforts taken by leaders across all organizations. At Avance, we are on a mission to make educational financing seamless and affordable for every deserving Indian student. Our customers are at the core of the businesses, and we have launched several industry-first initiatives that focus on optimizing brand experiences and in building a robust and strong franchise. I am honored and humbled both to receive this award on behalf of the entire Avance team. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Well, up next is Anish Bhavna, CEO and Managing Director, Healthium Group. Under his leadership, the company has undergone a transformational journey on quality, compliance, and R&D. Well, let's hear it for Anish Bhavna.
Hello, I'm Anish Bhavna, the CEO and MD for Healthium MedTech. Healthium is one of India's largest medtech company, and we specialize in surgical consumables as well as surgical devices. Over a period of the last few years, we have gone through a transformational journey where we've evolved as one of India's largest medtech player with supplies to 18,000 hospitals in the country and exports to 80 countries. We take pride in the fact that 1 in every 6 surgeries in the globe uses one of our products. And through the pandemic, it was our privilege to support the healthcare fraternity by keeping our manufacturing plants running, by ensuring that our supply chain operations were running seamlessly and our production was quick and efficacious to make sure that the customers, which is the hospitals in our case, were able to get our products in time. I sincerely thank Economic Times for recognizing me as an inspiring CEO and for bestowing upon me this award. I'm very humbled to accept it. Thank you.
Well, our next inspiring CEO for the evening is Anurag Jain, Whole-Time Director and Principal Officer, JK Insurance Brokers.
Hi, I am Anurag Jain, Whole-Time Director at JK Insurance Brokers Limited. It is a privilege to have been nominated by ETH for this recognition. JK Insurance Brokers Limited is a 15-year-old leading insurance and reinsurance broker in India with an extensive associate network worldwide. Promoted by the widely known and respected Singhania business family and is a part of the century-old business conglomerate popularly known as the JK organization. Our company has grown over the last few years at a CAGR of 40% due to our focus on claims delivery, high-end technology, and innovative ideas for our rural and corporate customers. No other insurance broker in India has this kind of rural focus as we have been working for rural customers since 2007, having invested heavily in setting up the rural distribution network. Today, we have touched the lives of 20 lakh farmers across 14 states, ensuring provision of financial security through crop insurance and auxiliary insurance services. This recognition by ETH will surely encourage my team to deliver services to rural customers with even greater passion. Thank you, Economic Times Edge.
Well, let's now move on to getting the limelight towards our next inspiring CEO who comes with over 2 decades of leadership experience with global multinationals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Arun Balasubramanian, Managing Director, Service Now.
Hello, I'm Arun Balasubramanian and I'm Managing Director for ServiceNow India. ServiceNow believes in making the world of work better for people. And as strategic partner for world's large enterprises, we are focused on enabling digital transformation and delivering customer success. Our platform helps companies manage the digital workflows for their enterprise operations. I'm very humbled to be recognized as inspiring CEO through the CEO Conclave, and I'm grateful to Economic Times for this recognition. Thank you so much.
And on that note, let's hear it for the next inspiring CEO who has an extensive automotive experience of 39 years with a track record in leading and building international teams. We're talking about Arvind Goel, Managing Director and CEO, Tata Autocom Systems.
Hello everyone, I am Arvind Goel, Managing Director and CEO of Tata Auto Component Systems Limited. We are India's leading auto component manufacturing organization with 11 joint ventures, 16 business verticals, 50 manufacturing plants spread across 6 countries. We serve both leading OEMs and independent aftermarket. Being a Tata Group company, human capital is our biggest asset. We work on 4S principle, that is scale, synergy, simplification and speed. It is indeed a great moment for me to receive this prestigious award today from the Economic Times. I am truly humbled by the recognition bestowed upon me and accept it with all graciousness on behalf of 10,000 plus Tata Auto Component employees. I thank you all. It is amazing how the organizers have collaborated to make this program a grand success. I compliment them for their effort and wish them the best in future.
Well, as the inspiration continues, our next inspiring CEO for the evening is A.S. Raj Gopal, Managing Director and CEO, NextGen Infinite Data Center.
Hello, my name is A.S. Raj Gopal. I am the Managing Director and CEO of NextGen Data Center and Cloud Technologies. I thank the team at the Economic Times for making us part of this distinguished forum, the most inspirational CEOs of year 2021. At NextGen, it is not just about cutting-edge technologies in cloud and data center. Since inception, we've been thinking about how to make our organization aspirational for our next generation. Such an agenda actually helps us take decisions and act just as we would do with our children. Past 1 year has been very demanding on most businesses. We've been battling forces that are not in our control. At NextGen, we shifted our focus from building resilience in technologies to building resilience in people. We built resilience in teams. More importantly, we looked at building resilience at the individual layer. I wish many of my team members become inspiring CEOs in the future and perhaps be part of this distinguished forum very soon. Thank you very much.
And on that note, let's hear it for our next inspiring CEO, Arvind Mediratha, Managing Director and CEO, Metro Cash and Carry.
Hi, I am Arvind Mediratha, MD and CEO of Metro Cash and Carry, India. I would like to thank the Economic Times for conferring me with this honor. I feel humbled to accept this award and join the league of most inspiring CEOs who are driving transformational changes for their organization. It is indeed a big honor for me to accept this award for the major turnaround that our organization has witnessed in the last 3-4 years. All of this has been made possible due to the thousands of employees working across our 28 Metro wholesale stores across the country. They are the ones who have been working tirelessly and diligently to live up to our purpose of being the champion for small independent businesses in India. This is what differentiates Metro from the rest and gives us an edge over our competitors. Over the last couple of years, our focus has been to transform the company from a conventional brick and mortar player to an omni-channel player focused on B2B, and within the B2B space focused on kiranas to help them become more successful and profitable. This is what is responsible for our turnaround. Finally, I would also like to congratulate the other winners who have received this award today. While I could not be there personally, but on behalf of the Metro team, I wish the ET team a very successful conclave. Thank you.
Now, talking about driving technological advancement to impact everyday lives, up next, let's hear it from none other than Dr. Anand Agarwal, Group CEO, Sterlite Technologies.
Hello everyone. I would like to thank Economic Times for this choosing me for this inspiring CEO for the year. On behalf of an amazing team at STL, I would really and humbled and really appreciate this recognition. STL, as some of you would be knowing, is a global digital network integrator who helps telcos and cloud companies as well as citizen networks deliver great experiences to their customers. We provide great technology with fully integrated 5G ready end-to-end solutions, which includes both wired and wireless, which includes optical and radio, as well as connectivity to compute solutions. As all of us realize, this has been a unique year for all of us in the entire humanity. At the same time, this has provided opportunities, and the decade that we are entering is going to be unlike any other. From what we see from mainstream optical and radio technology to the emergence of clean, secure and open ecosystems, the world is now seeing the most number of people getting online and getting empowered through this connected society. This digital internet that we see today has truly emerged as a decisive and powerful technology tool that creates a level playing field across the strata of human society. And with the proliferation of trends like online classes, telemedicine, e-commerce platforms, this shift and transformation to a digital lifestyle is very, very much here to stay. And on behalf of our amazing team at STL, I would once again like to thank ET for this recognition and award. And once encourage everyone to continue to be vigilant and please be safe. Thank you.
While talking about insights, trends and opinions from the world of data-driven technologies, up next is none other than Ashish Singh, founder and CEO, Analytics Insight.
Hello everyone, I am Ashish Singh, founder and CEO of Analytics Insight. I am extremely honored to be among the Economic Times Inspiring CEOs of 2021. Analytics Insight is the first publication dedicated to the world of data-driven technologies. It is widely recognized as a frontrunner in reporting the A to Z of AI and big data analytics. The credibility of this platform echoes amongst its clients that includes Fortune 500 companies such as Accenture, Xerox, IBM, SAP to name a few, reaching an audience of over 4 million visitors globally. Economic Times honors the best and the brightest entrepreneurs for their business successes, and this felicitation will surely help us achieve more in the times ahead. Thank you once again for this honor. Thanks a lot.
Well, moving on, it's now time to hear it for the leader who talks to one person every day outside of work to keep a balanced perspective in life. Well, it's time to hear it for Dalit Sehgal, CEO, Nexus Malls. And with that, let's move forward and let's hear it for our next inspiring CEO for the evening, none other than the Chief Executive Officer of Orient Cement. Let's hear it for Deepak Pal.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deepak Pal, and I'm the Managing Director and CEO of Orient Cement Limited. Let me start by thanking the organizers, the Economic Times, for today's recognition, today's facilitation that has come our way. My belief is that this honor, this acknowledgement that has come our way is largely to do with the very good financial performance that we as a team have managed to deliver during the financial year 21, which, as we know, has been a very, very difficult year, very tough year during the pandemic. And the kind of performance that our team has delivered this year has been very largely a function of the culture and the values of our company that our team swears by, lives by, has made it a way of life. Even in a very difficult times, my job as a leader became so much simpler purely because the teams are completely aligned. We know what each and everyone has to do. And my job as a leader just remains to make sure that I support them well, I guide them when they need my guidance, and wherever required, I'm there available for them right in front. With this kind of a spirit, culture, and values, I look forward to keep repeating this kind of performance in the future. And once again, let me record not just the thanks to the organizers, the Economic Times, but also to my entire team, which has enabled us to be where we are and for me to be standing where I stand. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, it's time to put spotlight on our next inspiring CEO for the evening, and let's keep the applause going for Dhirup Roy Choudhary, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, HIL.
Dhirup Roy Choudhary, Managing Director and CEO of HIL Limited. And I'm very happy to virtually address all of you today. At the onset, I hope you are all taking necessary precautions to be safe during these unprecedented and challenging times. It gives me great joy in accepting the Economic Times Inspiring CEO Award for 2021. I thank ET for recognizing and honoring leaders, and through them, the teams which propel the companies towards greater heights amidst adversities. This award comes at a time when the world is facing severe headwinds and all the businesses are requiring innovative ways to stay alive. Backed by some world-class brands and a great team, we at HIL have managed to navigate through this challenge successfully. I'm sure that we will continue to maintain this robust performance and add value to our stakeholders. I thank you all for this recognition bestowed upon me and congratulate all other winners today. Namaste and stay safe.
Well, let's keep that momentum on. Let's keep that energy on for the rest of the evening. But first up, let's hear it for Govinda Chandra Patnaik, Managing Director and CEO, Annapurna Finance.
Annapurna Finance, born, brought up and nurtured by its parents' organization People's Forum. People's Forum, a developmental organization, initiated in the year 1990. From that day, we're trying our level best to fulfill the small dreams of common people. We found interesting when you work closely with the women in different remote and tribal areas where they are contributing a lot to their families without having their own dreams. Gradually, we thought that to assess finance in their doorsteps, our efforts not enough. In that scenario, we decided to financing them through a special drive, and we formed a company in that way and named it Annapurna Finance. Annapurna Finance and its team members always trying best to put their efforts to fulfill small dreams of our women group. We are very happy to know that 20 lakhs women are joined in this mission. Many of them are very successful women. Many of them are taking responsibility of their own panchayats. All these things are inspiring a lot to Annapurna family, and I am very happy that Economic Times recognize our efforts in a very meaningful way and in the right time, so that we can drive our mission in a right direction to reach crores of rural women, still those who are on this.
Well, the spotlight is definitely shining bright as we take the name of our next inspiring CEO for the evening. Let's hear it for Hardayal Prasad, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, PNB Housing Finance. Inspiring CEO, someone who maintains the USP of the brand with ability to combine its denim heritage with innovation in order to deliver the best fit and trendiest designs. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we should have a befitting round of applause, and let's hear it for Manish Kapoor, CEO, Pepe Jeans India.
Hi, this is Manish Kapoor, the CEO for Pepe Jeans India Limited. I'd like to thank the Economic Times for this felicitation. Selling over 4 million units a year, we're one of the leading fashion denim brands in the country, and I think we owe it to our consumer centricity, the focus on innovation and people, and the whole transformation process that we have undertaken in the last 18 months. Thank you. Thanks a lot once again.
I do believe it's quite the turnout today, so let's also keep that applause going for our next inspiring CEO, Mohit Malhotra, CEO, Dabur. In fact, under his leadership, Dabur has created a global footprint and has also emerged as a transnational consumer products maker with presence across 100 countries. Let's hear it for Mohit Malhotra. Well, up next, we have someone who's been spearheading top global and Indian brands as president and CEO for 2 decades. And since 2014, he is the president and managing director of Volvo Group India. Well, let's hear it for Kamal Bali, president and managing director, Volvo.
Hi, I'm Kamal Bali and I head the Volvo Group in India since 2014. It's a matter of great privilege and honor for me to be included amongst the most inspiring CEOs of 2021 by the Economic Times. Thank you, ET, and the jury for considering me worthy of this honor. Of course, this award does not belong solely to me, but collectively to several individuals and teams who have worked together tirelessly with me in pursuit of our common purpose. So a big thank you to colleagues, friends, family, and my wife. I'm extremely fortunate to be part of an iconic institution that is Volvo, one that stands out for exceptional values of safety and well-being, care and compassion, trust and transparency, and in a culture driven by purpose, optimism, and high performance. Clearly, this helps me to set out direction as well as impact we wish to make on a normal day or on critical moments like the current pandemic, or for developing solutions for the future generation. Thank you once again, Thank you, ET.
All right, moving on towards our next inspiring CEO for the day. And let's hear it for Murli Krishna Gannamani, Managing Director and CEO, Fluent Grid.
I am Murli Krishna Gannamani, Managing Director and CEO at Fluent Grid Limited. We provide turnkey digital transformation solutions to energy, smart city, and infrastructure sectors. Through award-winning software products and platforms, we are committed to bring success to energy, utility, and smart city customers. Today, products and solutions are helping the utilities globally serve over 100 million power consumers, impacting the lives of nearly 300 million people, sometimes spanning entire states and even countries. And my sincere thanks to our passionate teams who leave no stone unturned to make this possible. And thank you, Economic Times. This recognition indeed is a big moral booster. Me and my team have been working hard to keep our commitments to our customers despite the pandemic-induced difficulties. It helps us stay focused and do more for our customer success and the society at large. Thank you.
Well, it's time to keep the applause going on and on, because up next, it's time to hear it for Nishchal Shetty, founder and CEO, azirex.
My name is Nishchal and I'm the founder and CEO of azirex. I would like to thank Economic Times CEO Conclave for felicitating me. azirex is India's largest crypto exchange. In the last 3 years, we've seen over 5 million customers and our monthly trading volume is over $6 billion. We've been able to achieve this rapid growth in just 3 years thanks to our relentless focus on fostering and creating a strong crypto community in India. And when I look at the whole Economic Times CEO Conclave initiative, I think trying to create and foster a vibrant startup ecosystem in India is very important. And kudos to Economic Times for that. Thank you so much.
Well, this indeed is an evening of inspiration. Moving on, let's hear it for NT Arun Kumar, Managing Director and Country Head India and Head of Innovation, Telstra Global Business Services.
Hi, I'm NT Arun Kumar, Country Managing Director of Telstra in India and Global Head of Innovation for our Global Business Services. Thank you, Economic Times, for recognizing me as the inspiring CEO of 2021. It's a great honor. More so because I receive it on behalf of Telstra and all our young new colleagues in India that we've assembled in the last couple of years. Telstra's Innovation and Capability Center in India is unique, and our journey, though young, has been extremely accelerated and successful in propelling Telstra and our customers into the digital journey. We innovate for our customers, for our markets, and for our businesses from here in India, making us unique amongst our peers and in the industry, in the sense that we've been focusing exclusively on how to deliver innovation and future capabilities today. Thank you again for this honor, and this would be a great reinforcement of our values, of what we stand for our customers and our market. And this is going to go a long way in inspiring all my colleagues and our customers in doing business with us and to continue to invest in India in our innovation and capability development. Thank you.
And coming up next is Pankaj Poddar, CEO, cosmofilms, whose career spans over a period of 20 years in finance, advisory, assurance, and various leadership as well as management roles. Let's hear it for Pankaj Poddar.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Pankaj Poddar, CEO of Cosmofilms Limited. It's a great honor for me to be recognized as the most inspiring CEO by the Economic Times. I am grateful to everyone who has been part of this enriching journey. Cosmofilms has been a global leader in films for packaging, labeling, lamination, and industrial applications. With a customer base in more than 100 countries, Cosmofilms has manufacturing setup in India and Korea and has sales and distribution presence in USA, Canada, Japan and Europe. Cosmo, through its excellent performance-driven culture, through our people and processes, superior management bandwidth and a strong balance sheet, has ventured beyond films into specialty chemicals, specialty polymers and pet care business. The specialty chemicals division has recently introduced an innovative consumer product called Febritizer, truly a kapdon ka sanitizer, which has marked our entry into consumer B2C space. Our CSR initiatives around education, health, sanitation and environment is making a positive change to the lives of 40,000 plus students and 1 lakh plus community members. The company has also undertaken numerous initiatives towards sustainability to continuously reduce our carbon footprint. This felicitation is proof that the company and its workforce has not only achieved success but will continue to achieve greater heights with each passing year. I would like to wholeheartedly thank the jury for this award.
Moving on, it's time to hear it for the leader who believes that the business should not exist merely to make profit but also to serve the society. Let's hear it for Parag Satpute, Managing Director, Bridgestone India.
This is indeed an honor, and I'd like to thank Economic Times for this recognition. It is especially satisfying as it comes at a time when the world has been going through this unprecedented COVID crisis. A leader is only as good as his team. The COVID crisis brought upon all of us a number of challenging situations. I'm especially blessed to have a team that came together quickly and helped to overcome this challenge. In fact, created new opportunities, making the business stronger. So I'm honored to accept this recognition on behalf of all my teammates at Bridgestone India. Finally, I'd like to congratulate my fellow leaders who have also been recognized at today's events and who have equally inspiring journeys. Thank you and all the best.
Well, our next inspiring CEO brings a wealth of more than 19 years of experience in India, US and Europe across private equity, business incubation, leadership, operating and financing roles in the renewable energy space. We're talking about Pinaki Bhattacharya, Managing Director and CEO, ANP Energy India.
Hello, I am Pinaki Bhattacharya, the CEO of AMP Energy India. I am thankful to the Economic Times Group for providing me and my team with this award. AMP Energy India is in the business of providing renewable power to utility and CNI customers. Last year was very tough, but we kept our cool and quickly transformed the business into a regionalized business setup. And as a result of that and certain innovative strategies, we were able to triple the size of our business to become a gigawatt scale business. We balanced the business equally between CNI, that is commercial industrial customers, and utility customers. And we actually introduced new products and services and were able to support customers with renewable power who were at the forefront of fighting the pandemic, such as the pharma companies. So thanks to my team and my stakeholders, which helped us emerge as a stronger company. Thank you, Economic Times, for recognizing us.
Well, it's time to give it up for the leader who has led corporate strategies, business operations, and demand-driven innovation for FBL across its 3 business verticals. Let's hear it for Prashant Nagre, Managing Director, Fermenta Biotech.
This is Prashant Nagre. I am the Managing Director at Fermenta Biotech Limited. It is a great honor to be part of the Economic Times Inspiring CEOs Forum among the best from the industry. To tell you a little bit of Fermenta Biotech Limited, we are among the global leaders in vitamin D3 for last 50 years. Vitamin D3 plays a very important role in human and animal nutrition. Increasingly, vitamin D3 at our place is catering to nutritional requirement because of the pandemic that we are currently going through. it plays an important role in building immunity. So we will also come out with additional nutritional ingredients as we go forward. That will be a focus area. In addition to this, we continuously get challenged by our customers in delivering the best among the best in the world to them in terms of quality, delivery schedules, as well as the innovative solutions that we bring in. In addition to this, we also have a backward integration recently completed, which makes us among the most sustainable vitamin D3 players in the globe. In addition to this, we also have two additional businesses, which is integrated biotechnology solution, which offers greener chemistry so that you pollute this planet less by choice, which is biocatalytic transformations. And also application of that in the second business, which is environment solutions, where we provide wastewater solutions. I thank the organizers, the Economic Times, for organizing this event, and I wish everyone else who is received this evening awards a great congratulations and all the best for future. Thank you so much.
Well, the list of inspiring CEOs continues, so does the energy and the applause. Let's hear it for Raj Malhotra, Managing Director, SMC Corporation, India.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Raj Malhotra, Managing Director, SMC Corporation, India. I would like to humbly accept the Economic Times Inspiring CEO 2021 award. It's a great honor for all of us at SMC Corporation. Manufacturing industry today is looking at a massive transformation with more than ever evolving customer needs, greater product variation and shorter product life cycles. As pioneer of factory automation, we at SMC have embraced this transformation and consistently develop products and smarter solutions that help our customers to boost their manufacturing efficiency and output. Our cross-functional team consisting of electrical, mechanical, software engineers have developed solutions that enable our customers to step into the future of manufacturing, that is Industry 4.0. At the same time, all our products and solutions are designed and built with the core principle of reducing carbon emission and contributing to sustainable development. I would like to thank entire SMC India team for this achievement and prestigious award. It shall definitely motivate all of us to continue to innovate and transform the factory automation industry. Thank you.
Well, it's quite the lineup for our inspiring CEOs today, the ones who have massively contributed towards the growth of not just their individual self, but also that of the company. Let's hear it for Rajesh Jain, Managing Director, LPS Bossard.
I am Rajesh Jain, MD, LPS Bossard Rohtak. And thanks to ET for giving me this opportunity to present ourselves. LPS Bossard fits well into Prime Minister Modi's Make in India, as we are having over 2,000 satisfied customers with probably the highest employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction, servicing into railways, metros, defense, construction, agriculture, solar, wind. Practically there is no segment which LPS Bossard is not servicing in the country and abroad. And in COVID times, the LPS Bossard worked with a strategy instead of I first to we first, that is taking care of our society in every aspect. And I feel that ET giving us this award helps us in presenting ourselves to the society further better.
Coming up next, we're talking about Rakesh Khanna, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, Orient Electric, who aims to scale the company to greater heights and deliver smarter products that match the changing demands of the new age consumers. Let's hear it for Rakesh Khanna.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rakesh Khanna, MD and CEO of Orient Electric Limited. First of all, I would like to thank Team Economic Times for this wonderful initiative and bestowing me with ET Inspiring CEO 21 Award. I feel humbled and honored to be in the company of such distinguished and inspiring business leaders. Although I am here to accept this award, it actually belongs to the wonderful team of Orient Electric, which has stood out not only in terms of business outperformance, but also in terms of building a very strong value-based winning culture. Pandemic has disrupted our lives in more than one manner, completely shifting our priorities and our work styles. During these very difficult times, safety and well-being of our employees and our business partners remained our utmost priority. While doing so and staying customer-centric, the team was able to bounce back very swiftly when the markets opened up. We were amongst the earliest ones to open our factories with completely relaid assembly lines with partitions to ensure the safety and well-being of our workers. Digital transformation accelerated and business performance efficiencies reached a new level. We delivered a 24% growth in EBITDA and improved our cash balance by 334 crores in financial year 21. As I look ahead, the journey is exciting with enormous potential. Once again, I want to thank Team Economic Times. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Well, it's time to participate in the widening of the smiles and the round of applause there. Let's hear it for Rama Mohan Rao Amara, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, SBI Card.
Hi friends, my name is Ram Mohan Rao Amara and I am the Managing Director and CEO at SBI Card. Being recognized as the Economic Times Inspiring CEOs 2021 is indeed an honor. The recognition is all the more inspiring considering exceptional environment we had to navigate our business through. As we all know, FY21 will go down in history as an exceptionally challenging year for individuals, businesses and economies. SBI Card closely assessed the business environment and as was needed at different stages, we initiated well-calibrated measures to ensure effective operations and business continuity. We bolstered our efforts to offer customers a contactless, safe and seamless payment experience as was the need of the hour. What is more, we initiated thoughtful campaigns to keep our valued customers informed, inspired and connected. Our FY21 results reflect the efforts and are a testament of our agility, adaptability, strategic approach and the trust of millions. The award is also a small reflection of how, driven by the vision to make life simple for customers, SBI Card brand continues to offer immense value. I would like to thank our valued customers who placed their trust in us and made us endearing. Once again, thank you for the recognition.
Well, we're almost inching closer towards the list, and I do hope all of you are still glued towards your screens, because if so, let's have a huge round of cheer and applause. Let's hear it for Sanjeev V. Shah, Chairman and CEO, Everest Food Products. And on that note, let's keep the applause going for our next inspiring CEO. Let's hear it for Shyamkant Giri, Chief Executive Officer, Varvara Labs.
Hi everybody, my name is Shyamkant Giri and I have the privilege and opportunity to lead a bunch of people at Varvara Labs as their CEO. We at Varvara Labs are out to transform the healthcare with the power of diagnostics. In diagnostics, we have chosen two areas to be leaders: molecular diagnostics and point of care diagnostics. In molecular diagnostics, not only we are at the forefront of COVID testing across our labs in India, but we also have unique testing solutions to address a significant unmet medical need of timely and actionable reports in serious and complicated diseases like oncology, neurology, hospital infections and more. Our commitment to make remarkable impact in the lives of patients has led us to acquire an R&D unit in Bangalore, and we will be soon the widest molecular diagnostic network in the country. In point of care diagnostics, we are taking the diagnostics to the last mile, to villages and to communities, and with our unique product, we are able to diagnose NCDs like diabetes and heart diseases with a drop of blood and results within minutes. I want to thank Economic Times for allowing us to showcase our good work and for selecting me in the Inspiring CEO 2021 list. Thank you.
Well, moving on, as the felicitations continue, our next inspiring CEO is also the recipient of various leadership awards and author of Crossing the Digital Fault Line, 10 Rules of Highly Successful Leaders in Digitalization. Well, he's the author of this book. I'm sure by now you've already guessed the name. We're talking about Sri Manchala, Chairman and CEO, Triance Digital Consulting.
Hello, friends. I would like to begin by thanking Economic Times and the jury of selectors for this recognition. It is indeed an honor to be placed among the finest leaders in the business world today. In my view, the achievements of CEOs are but a sum total of the commitment, passion, and the execution of the vision and strategy laid out by them by a team of competent leaders and the organization at large. It is no different at Triance. Therefore, I'd like to congratulate the Triance Human Resources team for doing a marvelous job in caring and ensuring that all of our employees are protected through this crisis. I would like to congratulate the Triance service delivery teams for maintaining the highest levels of performance in really unprecedented circumstances and for being rated number 1 for the 5th year in a row by a group of Fortune 1000 clients worldwide. I would also like to congratulate everyone at Triance for bringing out new products, services, and innovations that help our clients accelerate their digital transformations. And so in reality, all of these teams make my job easier. We have weathered a storm, and we are coming out of this stronger, much more resilient, and excited and very, very energized about our future as an innovation leader in the digital transformation services space. Thank you once again, Economic Times, and my very best wishes to all of you.
Well, next up in the list of inspiring CEOs, let's hear it for CEO and co-founder GEP, Subhash Makhija.
Hi, I'm Subhash Makhija, CEO and co-founder of GEP, a leading provider of supply chain strategy and software solution to global companies. If there has been one realization from the last 12 months is how connected and dependent our world really is, and how vulnerable our globally interconnected supply chains are. I'm so proud and inspired by our organization, by the extraordinary effort of our employees, and especially our team members throughout India, many of whom have family members impacted by COVID. They have worked and continue to work tirelessly, helping our clients ensure the continuity of supplies and products across the world in face of extraordinary challenges. On behalf of entire GEP family and our 5,000 plus employees around the world, thank you, Economic Times, for this recognition.
Well, the spotlight is up on our next inspiring CEO, and let's hear it for Dr. Santosh Sundararajan, Group Chief Executive Officer, Vascon Engineers.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Santosh Sundararajan, Group CEO of Vascon Engineers Limited. I would like to thank ET Edge for honoring me with the Economic Times Inspiring CEO of 2021 award, and I humbly accept the same. Vascon Engineers Limited has been delivering projects across the country for more than 3 decades now. Maintaining a passion to strive for excellence has helped us stay ahead in this race till now. Vascon has in-house design strengths and taking advantage of this, we've been offering projects to our clients on a design and build basis. This helps our clients control their risks and get a better grip over their costs. Recent times have been tough, and Vascon has had their fair share of challenges. We've still managed to back projects during this pandemic period, and we've kept our sites going, adhering to strict safety protocols. We hope normalcy returns soon and we gain in strength, adding value and continuing to contribute to the nation building process. Thank you all once again.
And it's time to keep the applause roaring really high, because up next, let's hear it for Surajit Roy, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, IDBI in Tech.
Hi, this is Surajit Roy, MD and CEO of IDBI in Tech Limited. I'm happy and honored to be recognized as one of the most inspiring CEOs of 2021 by Economic Times. I dedicate this honor to my colleagues who have given shape to my dreams and passionately contributed to profitable business growth and digital innovations of InTech. This award from Economic Times endorses our core value of enhancing customer delight by integrating disruptive technologies. I believe the job of a leader is to be a part of the family and leverage the best qualities of members for business success, give advice, and be a part of the journey with everyone. I strongly believe that enabling others to perform independently and to grow is what marks the success of a leader and thereby of an organization. We have built digital ecosystems by integrating technologies to connect the dots in the entire life cycle of customer touchpoints for simplifying customer journeys. Making the customer win is our brand identity. We also reach out to the academia and interact with students, sharing our learnings and corporate ethos and work ethics. Keeping up the passion and commitment in IDBI in Tech, being a trustworthy and admired brand is our energy. Thank you.
Well, our next inspiring CEO taking the center stage, we have Thibaut Cuny, Managing Director and CEO, Pernod Ricard South Asia. In fact, let's come together and actually have a huge round of applause for the leader under whom Pernod Ricard umbrella has been flourishing since 2003. So let's have a huge round of cheer there.
Hello everyone. I am Thibaut Cuny, MD and CEO of Pernod Ricard South Asia. I am extremely elated to be felicitated at the debut edition of the Economic Times CEO Conclave. And on behalf of the entire Pernod Ricard India, I'd like to thank the entire Economic Times team for organizing this great event. In today's challenging and unprecedented business world, such events, gatherings, although virtual, remind us that while normality may take us a while, preparedness for the post-pandemic business environment is in full swing. The key remains in being future-ready, and we all must continuously invest in coming together to share, to learn, and to adopt the best practices which we at Pernod Ricard define as responsible conviviality. We believe in nurturing a culture of constant transformation, continuously challenging the existing methods, looking for better ways to be ahead of trends. And it is words like innovation, entrepreneurial spirits, all of which are deeply embedded in our organization ethos that define us. We will proudly continue our learning agility and growth mindset and continue to stand amongst the leaders and achievers of the world. I sincerely believe that we all will continue setting new benchmarks and achieving even greater milestones. And I wish you all a future brimming with good health, safety, and success. Thank you very much.
Our next inspiring CEO is someone who comes with a vision for strengthening India as a strong base for business operations. Let's hear it for Tony Berland, CEO and Managing Director, Legrand India, who has had a long association with Legrand of almost 15 years.
Hello, I'm Tony Berland, CEO and Managing Director of the Le Grand Group in India. I would like to thank Economic Times for this recognition. I have been associated with Le Grand Group in India for the past 3 years, but before coming to this country, I have performed several roles in Australia, Singapore, and in France. I am honored to have the opportunity to drive a global vision of the group in India of improving life by transforming the places where people live, work, and meet. We are constantly innovating locally to provide to our customer and our partner electrical, digital, and more connected solutions that are simple, innovative, and sustainable. But during these last 18 months, I have been extremely proud to be part of a team who demonstrated its agility and its capability to adapt to unpredictable situations. But most importantly, I have been impressed by all our team who demonstrated an amazing solidarity in helping our colleagues, their family, and the community. Thank you very much.
And with that, let's move forward and let's congratulate Umar Ali Sheikh, Chief Executive Officer, Atos India.
Hello everyone. I am Umar Ali Sheikh, CEO Atos India Private Limited. I feel humbled and privileged for being recognized as the Economic Times Inspiring CEO. Atos is a global leader in digital transformation. Atos in India is fully committed to India's digital journey. We in India as well as globally provide end-to-end tailor-made solutions across verticals to our customers in areas such as cybersecurity, high-performance computing, cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, and enterprise solutions across platforms. Atos is a pioneer in decarbonization. We are committed for a secure and decarbonized digital for our customers. I thank once again the Economic Times for this recognition and my best wishes for everyone's well-being. Thank you very much.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we truly salute all these inspiring CEOs whom we have felicitated this evening on the virtual platform, of course. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to gear up for our next segment of the evening because it's time to put our hands together to welcome the Hall of Fame CEOs. So let the applause only get louder, let the smiles only get wider, and let the inspiration just massively continue. Our first inspiring CEO in this category is none other than Arundhati Bhattacharya, Chairman and CEO, Salesforce India, who has been instrumental in setting the vision and aligning the teams to drive impactful decisions for their customers.
Let me really thank ET from the bottom of my heart for the felicitation. It indeed is a wonderful honor being recognized by this platform. Really speaking, when I think back on the pandemic and the kind of experience we went through, it was a VUCA event of the first order. And in fact, it continues to be that. We don't know where it's going to end. But one thing that I really learned through all of this is that empathy works. Working with people with compassion, working with courage, being vulnerable at, when you really do feel vulnerable, telling people that you're just too tired out, and on the other hand, taking the lead when you find that others are lagging or others are flagging. All of that, I think, comes together to help you actually overcome the crisis. I think I learned a huge amount during this period. I learned a lot of leadership lessons, even from the very grassroots, right up to the very top. And for me, this has been a great learning experience which I will at least never forget in my life. I have been through a lot in my earlier career as well, but I don't think we ever faced a situation like this one. And to have brought it all together, to have seen it through together, hopefully we are nearing the end of it all. It gives me immense satisfaction to know that, we did whatever we could, not only for ourselves, not only for our people, but also for the community at large, where we really and truly went out and tried to ensure that the community that we live in, that they are also supported, and we do whatever we can in order to help them out.
Well, yes, I do agree. The fact that these are the names that we've been hearing of, watching their work, observing the way they've been doing it. And indeed, it's not a surprise that they made it to the Hall of Fame list. So let's continue with the next inspiring name, none other than Bharat Puri, Managing Director, Pidilite Industries. Let's have a huge round of applause.
Hello, everyone. Firstly, I do hope that all of you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. I'm happy to be felicitated at the CEO's conclave by the Economic Times. To my mind, any such felicitation is really a recognition of the organization rather than the individual. And in tough times like this, where each of our people has shown remarkable resilience, remarkable adaptability, it's a pleasure to receive such an award on behalf of Pidilite, on behalf of my organization. And in times like this, all we can do is remain well, keep our people safe and secure, stay strong, and make sure that we're adapting to the situation on a consistent basis, because these are truly, as I would say, unprecedented times. And in times like this, it is important that we remain focused, agile, and healthy. Thank you.
Well, as we talk about the Hall of Fame, our next inspiring CEO is a lifelong learner and a disruptor. Now, these are the words that best describes our next inspiring CEO, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tech Mahindra's Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, C.P. Gurnani, who has completely led Mahindra's transformational journey. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for C.P. Gurnani.
Hello, everyone. I am C.P. Gurnani. I represent 125,000 associates of Tech Mahindra. I know that it's a very tough period owing to the second wave of COVID-19. I sincerely pray that you and your families are safe and healthy. Thank you, Economic Times, for recognizing me and my team at Tech Mahindra. I am only the flag bearer, which represents the innovation, which represents not only 125,000 employees but their families. I am indeed privileged that I get a chance to work for Tech Mahindra, which is now serving customers, 1,000 plus customers in 90 countries. We have always believed that our employees are representatives of the society, of the countries that they come from. They have always put sustenance goals, community goals, and more importantly, becoming a part of the society as one of the purposes of their lives. During COVID-19, we have worked on short-term measures like opening isolation centers at our offices, to long-term measures like working on new drug discovery or redesigning
oxygen concentrators. I again am grateful for the energy and the motivation that you have inspired us, you have given us by giving us the award. Thank you on behalf of all the Tech Mighties. Thank you, Economic Times.
Now, the next CEO is the business leader with a desire to rewrite India's real estate story. He's arguably India's builder extraordinaire. In fact, he's someone who's credited with changing Mumbai's skyline. It comes as no surprise when I tell you that our next inspiring CEO for the evening is the co-founder and managing director of the Hiranandani Group, none other than Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani.
Thank you very much for awarding me the award for Inspiring CEO of the ETA Conclave. It is indeed a wonderful feeling that I have that I could inspire people. We do a lot of work in our lives, and it is extremely important for us to be able to generate good feelings amongst people who would then be taking all the projects to the next level. And I think the very fact that ET is now working out such a conclave is brilliant. The other people and other panelists who have been here with me are certainly worthy of much more, and I look forward to many such interactions with ET.
On that inspiring note, let's move forward and also hear it for our next inspiring CEO who works with the goal to transform the business by integrating sustainability in the core of their retail business. We're talking about Peter Betzel, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Sustainability Officer, IKEA India.
Hey, I'm Peter Betzel. I'm the CEO for IKEA in India. I love India. And I love what I do. I'm very honored to receive this award. I accept it with the gratitude on behalf of all our co-workers, our business partners, and many leaders who have relentlessly worked caring for each other in the most challenging times. I dedicate this to their commitment and their engagement. At IKEA, we see leadership not as a position, but as a mindset. And we see it as a privilege to take responsibility. We are passionate about our vision. We want to create a better, more healthy, more sustainable everyday life for the many people. We are a purpose-driven people company with a strong belief that doing good business is good business. We want to have a positive impact on people, on societies, on the environment, and on the planet. Sometimes we are part of the problem, but our ambition is to be a big part of the solution. We are positively driven. We have a strong belief in a positive future for all of us. And therefore we believe in empowering people and taking care of each other is the essence of our values and our culture. Trusting each other, being positive and forward-looking, inspiring everyone to contribute towards a success and a positive future. We like to relook at existing systems. We would like to think in unconventional ways, innovative, experimental, and we dare to make mistakes, always with a good heart. We truly believe in togetherness, as we say in Swedish, kraftsamla, as an important IKEA value, and we work with many stakeholders like social entrepreneurs, business partners, industry peers, NGOs, academia, policymakers, and IKEA leaders to create impactful change for the many people at home in India. The pandemic has upset the world, but nothing can disrupt our culture and our people-centric approach. Today we know that the safest place in the world is the home, and we love the home, and we love all to create a better everyday life for the many people at home around the world. On behalf of everyone at IKEA, I would like to thank the organizers for acknowledging IKEA's leadership during testing times. And as we always say in IKEA, most things still remain to be done, but wonderful future. Thank you.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, as we almost come towards the end, the list would be incomplete without taking the name of someone who spent nearly 4 decades with the cooperative dairy behemoth, which is, as we all know, Amul. Let's hear it for Mr. R.S. Sodhi, Chief Executive Officer, Amul.
I'd like to thank the Economic Times for this inspiring CEO felicitations to me. Actually, this felicitation should be given to the owner of Amul. And you know who is the owner? 3.6 million farmers who own this brand. And they have shown trust and faith in the professionals like me to manage their business, which is India's biggest food or FMCG business. And they are poor, but they may not be so much literate, but they have got trust and confidence in the capabilities of professionals and give them full independence. And also, not only they protect them, they encourage them, and they also look after well them. Thank you very much.